How do you overcome depression? Depression is real. As a matter of fact, it has assumed almost an epidemic proportion, if you may put it that way, at the risk of exaggerating. How do you overcome depression? Practical steps to overcoming depression. Hello, I am BC Simeon. Before we proceed further, please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, the name is BC Simeon Television Network. Subscribe to it. I also have BC Simeon Television Network on Facebook as well as on Instagram. Also on Facebook, you can follow me on BC Motivational as well as BC Simeon Betty Great on Facebook. Depression is real, and the escalating part of depression is that it can escalate into suicidal tendencies. I have battled with suicidal proclivities in the past. I no longer battle with it. I was able to overcome it. Thanks be to God. And I want to share some formula that I used to triumph over depression. There are practical steps you can take. You don't have to be a victim of depression. You don't have to allow it to, wrap its power over you. Depression is not really sickness. It's not. There are theories out there that seem to suggest that depression is sickness. No, depression is not sickness. When you believe it, you may end up actually adjusting yourself to that belief system, and you start acting in accordance with that belief system. So depression is not sickness. All right? Let's talk about how depression actually starts. Depression starts with the seed of a thought. Okay? It starts with the seed of a thought. And then it begins to grow and flourish into this monster that tries to flex its heavy and weighty muscle over your soul, over your spirit, including your body. It starts off as a thought and it begins to flourish. All right? It starts off as a single thought, an evil thought, a negative thought, maybe a reaction to a negative outcome, a reaction to a bad news, a reaction to, things not turning out the way you anticipated it to turn out. But it starts with a thought dwelling, a thought, you're thinking about something. That's how depression starts. And each minute, each second that a thought dwells in your mind, it gains strength, it gains power. Each second that a thought dwells in your mind, it gains strength, it gains stamina. All right? Depression starts off as a thought. It starts off as a frustration. Frustration is simply a negative reaction to a non-existent expectation. You expected something. Okay, you expected, for instance, a positive outcome. Maybe you expected some money. You expected somebody to behave in a particular way. Maybe in a relationship, you expected your spouse or somebody to bring you something, or you expected to get a job somewhere, and then the outcome didn't turn out the way you expected it to. And now when you begin to get frustrated, that's a negative reaction. What do you do? What do you do with respect to frustration? I'll get back to thought, how to tackle thought. With respect to frustration, you have to, no matter how difficult it may, you have to reprogram your mind with respect to your expectation. reprogram your mind. You reprogram your mind in the place of prayer, in the place of maybe even taking a walk, to shift your mind to another outcome, to shift your mind to the fact that there will be another job interview, to shift your mind to the fact that if this relationship did not work out, another one is going to work out, to shift your mind to the fact that if God gives you another day, He's giving you another opportunity to get what you did not get in the last opportunity. So with respect to frustration, you've got to learn how to reprogram your mind. And one of the best ways to reprogram your mind is in prayer and in meditation. You can take a walk and meditate. Okay, I do that. You can take a walk and meditate and shift your mind. You can, most importantly, you can get into prayer and pour out the negativity that came as a result of a bad or an unexpected outcome. You can ventilate your mind, your soul, in the place of worship and prayer. As that ventilation is taking place, you're reprogramming your mind away from the negative outcome that brought about the frustration that you're dealing with. So you've got to learn the art and science of reprogramming your mind away from the negative outcome that infested you with frustration. You can do that first and foremost in prayer. Pour out your frustration there. God understands how you feel, but God doesn't want you to sit down with how you feel. That's why God says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." You go into prayer for the purpose of reprogramming your mind. You can read a book to reprogram your mind. Watch a motivational video to reprogram your mind. Take a walk to reprogram your mind. Write things down to reprogram your mind about the fact that just because you missed one opportunity does not mean that your life ended with that opportunity. Reprogram your mind to the fact that if God gives you a brand new day, He's giving you another opportunity. To whom life is given, opportunities cannot be denied. That's how you take care of frustration that eventually leads to depression. With respect to the thought that eventually leads to depression, thoughts are like a bird. Imagine a bird. A bird can perch on a tree, and a bird can equally fly over a tree. Don't allow the bird of a negative thought to dwell longer in your mind, all right? Like I said earlier on, the longer an evil thought or a negative thought dwells in your mind, the more strength it gains. If you love your life and you don't want to mess up your life as a consequence of depression, don't allow a negative thought to dwell in you longer than necessary. Abort it. Aborting it may even mean you speaking out boldly. If you don't want to speak out in the open where there are people, go into your room and speak out. Lay hands on your head. Look at your mirror. Talk to yourself. No, I'm not supposed to feel this way. Another opportunity is coming for me. I reject this thought. I abort you. I interrupt your operation. Okay? It may be difficult for you to do that because some negative thoughts tend to be difficult, and it lingers on and begins to wrap its power around your mind. Go into prayer the same way you ventilate your mind of frustration. You can equally ventilate your mind of the negativity of a negative thought. Go into prayer. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. I'm not supposed to be thinking this. Talk to God. Spend 30 minutes, even an hour. Develop that tenacity. If you don't want depression to overwhelm you, this is one thing you have to know about depression. Depression is a monster, and you need the strength of another monster, if I may put it that way, to overcome it. So spending time in worship, in prayer, prayer, spending time talking to yourself boldly and aggressively may seem weird for some people, but it's going to help you to yank that negative thought off your mind. It's going to help you. Self-talk. Talk yourself out of that negative thought and imagination. Talk to God. By way, as you're talking to God, you're talking that negativity off your mind as well. An evil thought has a gestation period. Okay? It has a period that it grows in you. The same with frustration. It has a period that it grows in you. And it keeps developing its muscle the more you dwell on it. So you've got to yank it off so that it doesn't gain greater momentum. The quicker you do it, the quicker you get out of that bad feeling. All right? If you need to talk to a professional, be quick about it. If you need to pray, be quick about it. If you need to take a walk, be quick about it. If you need to go to the gym to move your mind and move that negative feeling away, be quick about it. The earlier you abort it, the earlier you stop it from developing like a baby in the womb of your mind. All right? That's very, very important. I'm going to stop here for today. Watch out for part 2 of practical steps on how to abort the power of depression that destroys life. Watch out for it. In the meantime, help me share this video. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on social media on the following social media platforms. May God bless you really good. Please share this video and help somebody overcome depression today. I'll see you again. May God bless you.